everybody, welcome back to Chanel's Crohn's and Colitis channel, where we talk all things Crohn's and Colitis. My name is Chanel and today is infusion day, so I thought I would take you guys along with me to see how that works. Is my intro redundant? It sounds a little redundant to me, but I've used it in every video now, so I might as well stick with it. I'm gonna set you down right here and show you all the things that we do to prep for infusion day. So, first and foremost, I get my delivery. This usually gets delivered a day or two before my scheduled infusion. I have a home nurse that you guys will see in the video. His name is Jasper. He's lovely. They usually call me from the pharmacy and they ask me when Jasper and I have coordinated my infusion date, and then they deliver the medication a couple days beforehand, so I have it ready. But what comes in the bag is a bunch of supplies for the nurse. So, you know, the IV bag, the needles, gauze, all the stuff that you may need, as well as a couple of medications like allergy medication in case there was any kind of reaction, stuff like that. And then most importantly is the refrigerated bag that holds the Entyvio. So I will have Jasper show you guys how that looks when he takes it out. But you keep this refrigerated and then you usually take it out about an hour before the nurse gets there, just so it's not super cold going into your veins. And then lastly, my handy dandy IV pole. Anyone that gets any kind of home infusions or anything like that knows that this thing is your best friend. This is my own. It stays with me, and yeah, we hang out. It's able to roll around, so if I do need to get up around the house, I can take that with me. There have been a couple times where during the infusion I've had to use the restroom, so that's been really convenient. And I usually try and schedule the infusions around the time that my toddler naps, so that I don't have to juggle any interruptions with the baby, because of course he sees the pole and gets very interested and thinks it's something to play with. So baby's napping right now, we're all good, nurse is about to get here, and we'll show you guys what home infusions are all about. So another thing I want to speak to is on the infusion day, a couple of things I just like to do. I like to drink a ton of water before, during, and after the infusion. It kind of reduces the headache if you are to get one, or any fatigue, and it's just obviously good to be hydrated. So trying to have my big old water with me. I like to dress comfortably. As you can tell here, I have my big sweater shawl thing on. It's a little chilly out, so I've got some long sleeves under, but they roll up easily, which is important, of course, because I'm going to be getting an IV in. They do make sweatshirts out there that have a little zipper right by your vein, and I think that's really cool, and I want to get one of those. Because it's nice to be comfy when you're getting infused and just on your couch, and you don't want to be in like jeans or anything that's not comfortable. So water, comfortable clothes, a chill day is usually best. When I first started getting infusions, I was a lot more fatigued after I'd get them, so a lot of times I would nap afterwards. That was also before I had a baby, so that was a lot easier to do. But now I don't know if it doesn't affect me as much, or if I'm just more used to how it feels after, but I don't tend to get as tired now. But I do like to make sure that they are on days where I don't have to go to work after, or I am just able to kind of relax more than normal. So that is what I plan to do today.
Here is the box of Vedolizumab, also known as Entyvio, that comes in the delivery. Here you can see Jasper's hands. He is pulling the saline out of one vial, and he is going to inject that saline into the other vial sitting there to the left. That currently has the 300 milligrams of the Entyvio, which is like white powder at the bottom of the bottle. So what he does here is adds that saline in to create a mixture. mixes it up, and then does that back and forth between the bottles a couple of times so that it is good and mixed up. You may notice that this is being done on top of our ottoman, just sitting on the couch next to me with all the supplies laid out there. We've been doing this together for over 2 years now, and it's become a pretty casual process. So I'm gonna speed up the video here a little bit, but as you can see, he's going in and making sure everything is sanitized, and he's going to be injecting that Entyvio mixture here into the larger saline bag that is going to be attached to the pole and dripping down into my veins. So now that the Entyvio is hung and ready to go, it is time to get the IV placed into my arm so that we can start the infusion. So as you can see, the IV is now in. He is flushing the line with some saline and adding this little flexible bandage so that I can move my arm around if need be, and it will keep the tube in place into my vein. Now that the tube from the bag has been joined with the tube from the IV, Jasper opens up the valve and then the medication begins dripping into the veins. This whole process takes about an hour to fully infuse into my bloodstream, so just a lot of relaxing on the couch with water. My sweet husband brought me some lunch. And now we're finally done. The bag is empty, the drip has stopped, and that's all. So here the line is getting flushed a couple more times with some saline to make sure that all the medication that is lingering in the tube gets into the bloodstream. And we're done. Now that flexi bandage gets removed, a piece of gauze and some tape gets put on to collect that blood, and we are all set to go about our day. So before he goes, Jasper will always hand me the needles that were used, and I will discard those into my sharps box that I keep at my home and store them away safely.
And we're done. We're all infused and good to go for another 6 weeks when we will do it all again. So thank you so much for tuning in and coming with us on our infusion day. I don't know what to say.